to do Atomy more seriously. Thanks once again for the preparing all the sharings. It was very good. Since we had amazing sharings today, I'm not gonna go detail with the system. It's not even a system. I just want to share a story. So when I started it at Atomy, so I'm just gonna share. It's a pretty probably she is not a speaker. She's not a speaker on YouTube. How can I say, like CH Atomy channel. So you won't be seeing her a lot of video about her. But when I started Atomy, she was kind of like my inspiration. If she was able to do it, you know what? Why not? Because her story, how she was able to do Atomy, how she made a success. I've seen her growing. I've seen her. Actually, she's younger. I think she probably like 4 or 5 years younger than I am, but she's already a real master. So, if I tell her why I was inspired with her own story. Okay, so this is a screen capture that I made when she was 7 years ago, 7 or 8 years ago, 7 or 8 years ago, when she became a sales master. She made a speech, and actually, I'm just gonna show the next picture. You see her? She was a cancer patient. So she was a cancer patient. That's why when I heard her sales master speech, I was like, wow, really? Because honestly, when I look at her on the screen, I thought she was like the drama star or something. She was so pretty. And the way she talks, so elegant. So her story goes like this. So she's a smart lady too. So she went to Japan, and which means that she went overseas and studied there for 10 years, economics. So I'm sure her parents can afford it, and plus she had a brain too, so she had ability to study abroad. So she studied there for 10 years. She came back and she got married, and after having a first child, they were expecting to have a second child. And then when they went to see a doctor, that's when they found out that she had a very rare case of breast cancer, going from stage 3 to stage 4. So that's the news they got when they were planning to have a second child. And after they got the the big C word, of course she go for the therapies, and then she even go to those resort only special treatment for the cancer patient. And since her breast cancer case was very rare, she was in a isolated room where only same cases cancer patient will be in. So she said there were six or seven ladies with the same cases were there. So this was 7 years ago, 7 or 8 years ago. This is recent. You know how amazing her story is? Because personally, I don't have a family member who went through cancer, so I would not know the personal story, how the family will go through, and then I don't know how the person's body will react after that. I mentioned that she found out that she had a cancer after the first child. So she had one boy at the time. Now she has 3 boys. Can you imagine? She went through chemotherapy, radiation therapy. She went through all of that. You've seen it on the picture. And you know how amazing? So when she was diagnosed with a cancer, and then she went to those special resort where only they look after cancer patients. When she came back, one of the lady from church actually introduced, because the doctor told her to use everything organic. You have to change kind of everything what you use. You have to change. You have to really look into even the soap, every toothbrush, everything you are using right now. You have to look something good for your body. You cannot use what other people are using it. So she was searching for organic product, like at the time, her so-called sister, a good friend of her from church, introduced Atomy toothbrush and toothpaste. Just introduced. And when she tried it, because probably you heard from the people who's going through the chemotherapy, radiation therapy, they said that their gum, it's very sensitive. But she said that after she used our toothpaste and the toothbrush, the feeling that she had with the previous toothbrush she used, it was so good. She didn't feel the pain, and she fell in love with our foam cleanser, because she wasn't able to use any other product. But when she used our foam cleanser, she loved it. And because she studied economics, she was kind of curious. I mean, who will make this amazing product? And someone told that, you know what, if you want to know more, you have to go to the seminar. She went to the seminar like this. Can you imagine? You are a cancer patient. She said, even because of the radiation chemotherapy, no hair, of course. Even the eyebrow, everything was gone. No, nothing. But still, she went there wearing a hat. I don't know where she got the courage to go to the seminar, but she still went to the seminar, and she heard CEO Park talking about Atomy, Hemohim. This, it blew her mind, and she decided to do Atomy with her condition. And of course, she started taking Hemohim. So she started taking Hemohim. So, like, long story short, she's a survivor, cancer survivor. But even herself, we're not saying that Hemohim will cure cancer. It was a lucky. She was said she got lucky. She got lucky with Hemohim. After sales master, she wasn't doing Atomy to make money, but she went through that phase already. How horrible the family have to go through once a family member get a cancer. So she wants to be the advocate of Hemohim. So everybody that she know who has a cancer, even a stranger, she will tell them, take this Hemohim. Even if you don't want to, just take it. And this is the story she will be sharing it. If the father who has a cancer, if you want your child to get married or walk the aisle, take this Hemohim. And if your mother, if you want to walk your sons to the kindergarten or school, take this Hemohim. You cannot say no to this product. So her mind was not into acting, make money, but she really wanted to go out and share Hemohim. That's how her whole story started. And later what happened, of course, her health got better. That's why she looks so healthy. And her husband got involved in the business. So this is a funny story. This is where I really got motivated to Atomy. So after joining Atomy, 3 years of doing Atomy for her, she was able to make herself making more than 200,000. It wasn't really a fast track. After starting Atomy, just in 3 years, she was able to make herself earning more than 200,000 a year. But at the time, her husband didn't join the business from the beginning because somebody has to work earning regular income. So he was working at a top company in Korea. He said he was getting a good income there. But one day, so probably that's the time when she was earning 200,000. She said, because in Korea we get salary once a month. Here we get bi-weekly salaries, but in Korea you get salary once a month. 1 month he gave his wife the salary he got. So he gave his wife, oh, okay, so this is this month's salary. And then you know what she said? I don't need it. You use it. Use it as a pocket money. For him, he worked whole months to make the money to provide food on the table. But the wife, one word she said, you use it. I don't need your money anymore. So, but honestly, this what he said, when my wife told me that I can use my salary on my own, it was like a heaven. There are so many things I want to do, this and that. But on the back of my mind, in order for me to get this job, I have to go to university. I have to get a master's degree. I have to study certain number of years. And in order for me to make this certain amount of income, I had to work this company for 15 years. But look at my wife. I don't know what she did, but after 3 years of doing it, her income is higher than my income. What is this? And at first, he kind of enjoyed that salary as a pocket money. But later, he got curious about this business. And later, he got involved because, physically, wife, she cannot do any stuff longer than a certain period because she was still a cancer survivor. So he jumped into business. He is an amazing presenter. He's able to present Atomy A to Z on the board. No slide needed. He's just gonna tell a story, and between the story, he's able to share. So talking about the general commission, master's bonus, promotions, like how you're going to get commissions. He's able to do that on Blackboard. You will be, I know there's no English translation, but you'll be able to see a lot of his lectures on CH Atomy. But one tip he mentioned, so out of all the things that he said, one thing I'm just going to share, he said, he just make an example. So don't try to share Atomy to your close friend on your own. An example he made, while he was, so he lived in the countryside and he need to come to Seoul to shoot this recording. And on the way coming, he got a phone call from his mother, and he was just gonna say hi and bye and hang up the phone. But he said, his mother just end up talking for 30 minutes. And he wants to hang up, but the mom was keep on talking. What he said, of course, she give me all those lectures for 30 minutes because she cared about me. But to me, it was annoying because it's my mother who I know it already. So what he's saying, probably your friends, that somebody you know might think it is the same way. When you share Atomy, they'll probably not take it as information. They will not take it seriously. They'll probably think it as, oh, why they're sharing this? I'm your friend. I'm your close friend. I mean, we're like beer buddies. We go out for hang out. Why are you telling me this? So they're not gonna take you seriously. But he said, instead you explaining to your own friends or your own relatives, the close people that you know, instead, even if you can, just say, no, you know what? If you want to know more, give me a time. I'm going to ask my sponsor to make an appointment. So you instead ask your sponsors to explain to your friends, then it becomes information. Because when you share, it's just one of talking, regular talking. But when the third person explains to the friend, close friend, it becomes the information. So the person will more take it seriously. So instead of you spending your time 3 hours, 4 hours explaining, for them to understand Atomy, just ask them to watch the seminar or ask a third person to introduce Atomy to them. It was pretty simple tip, but I think it will be a very useful for all of us. So instead of sharing to all our close friends for our own, let's use one of us. So if Bibilin needs somebody, you can call me. If Celine needs somebody, you can call Mike. So let's use one another, right? So probably other person will take more seriously in Atomy information. So that's their story. Now they have 3 kids, and now they're Royal Masters. And see, after 3 years, they got more than 200,000. So they're close to Crown Master, which means they are getting close to annual income of 400,000. Amazing, isn't it? It is amazing. And you guys all remember that I went to Indonesia. So when I went to Indonesia 2018, I saw her, and how amazing, because her business kind of grew when she went to Malaysia. Malaysia opened 2019. 2016. Malaysia opened 2016, and she moved there 2016. So husband was still doing Atomy in Korea, but she took her boys to study English, and she went to Malaysia, and she expanded her business in Malaysia. So she has a huge market in Malaysia too. That kind of helped her to become the Royal Master. And if I tell you this, it will be more inspired you. So you want to know who is her sponsor? The Imperial Master Haejung Lee, who donated $1 million cash bonus. That's her sponsor. But if we hear a story from Haejung Lee will not stop talking about this Royal Master Hall. Her original name is Eunjung, right? Hall Eunjung. So the Imperial Master Haejung Lee said, I will be able to become this level because of that crazy partner that I had. Without her, I won't be able to on this stage. So how funny is it, right? So you just met a new leader, but they are connected. So when she was becoming a Crown Master, she became a Royal Master. Amazing relationship, right? So their story, it's really kind of inspired me when I started, and I want to do that too. Hey, you use your salary as your pocket money. I make more. I wanted to do that. I think it can be a good storytelling, isn't it? Right? Yes, I'll just stop sharing from my story here, and I'm just gonna unmute. If anybody wants to share anything, please go ahead, or any questions about the couple that I just mentioned. A second. Yes, just unmute all of you. Isn't it an amazing story, isn't it? Yes, cancer survivor plus they never stopped doing Atomy. And then there, listen, there are more stories, but I just trying to cut it short. That's why it just ended up there. So many stories. When she decided to do Atomy while she was fighting for cancer, of course, her husband will say, don't do it. You just need to rest right now. But she said, I must do this. I must do this. And her husband said, no. She said, you know what? I mean, when you're in a dying bed, don't you wanna make the person's wish come true? And then he asked, so what's your wish? Can you allow me to do that to me? That was her wish. That's how she got crazy after she hear from CEO Hunger Park. And it never and there was another royal master who became royal master, I think at the same time. She introduced herself as a dumb sister. So they go to same church. When everybody say no to this royal master hall, because people thought that she was going crazy because of the radiation, chemotherapy. You're sick already, but why are you doing the marketing? So people thought that she was going insane. But there was one good friend, so she called it a sister. She didn't say no. And now she's a royal master. Amazing, isn't it? So who didn't say no? And then this lady, why she said yes, she just feels sorry. I didn't know what was at me. I haven't tried a product, but this leader just felt sorry for this royal master her. So that's why she kind of helped her out. But now they both are royal masters. That's how amazing Atomy is, right? So for having a belief in this company, everybody can get to that level. We can climb up the ladder of success. Amazing. We had amazing stories today. Thanks, Celine, Biblin. I think soon you're gonna be professional